Hello, Lorena. Sorry, my laptop was kind of bugging.
Hello, Nathaniel. Good evening. Yeah, no problem about that. It's okay.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine, I think. What about you? How are you, Lorena?
Oh yeah, me too. I'm okay. Thank you. Okay, Nathaniel. For today, I found a document that's gonna serve us. It's about the grammar that we have to check. It's about reported speech. And I'm gonna share with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, we have this. It's about perfect. Well, this page is really nice if you want to check. It's perfect English grammar. And we're going to see about it, okay? Reported speech. So let's read first the little concept that we have in this part. Read, please, Nathan.
Okay. When do we use reported speech? Sometimes someone says a sentence. For example, I'm going to the cinema tonight. Later, maybe we can tell someone else what the first person said. Here's how it goes. Use a reporting verb like say or tell. If this verb is in the present tense, it's easy. We just put she says and then the sentence. Direct speech, I like ice cream. Reported speech, she says she like ice cream.
Okay, so in this part, it's like there is no change, right? It's because it's in present, real facts, and okay, we are only already checked. Do you remember with say and tell?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, but it comes in this part. Yeah, we don't need to change tense, right? Though probably we do need to change the person from I to she, for example. We also may need to change words like my and your, okay? In this case. But let's
Yeah.
see in this other part. On the other hand, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, then usually we change the tenses in reported speech. For example, we have the direct speech and the reported. I like ice cream, and you say, and you report in this form. She said she liked ice cream, right? Or maybe you can say, she said that she liked ice cream. If you notice, this first in the direct speech is in simple present and you report in simple past,
Yeah.
right? So it works in this way. You have a list, a little list in this part. One sentence that is in present, I like ice cream, and you report in past, right? Or maybe if you are writing in present continuous, I'm leaving, like in this case, you say she was leaving. Also, you can change the the subjects, right? Like in this case, I'm talking about the person that you are referred to. Okay, maybe in this other case with simple past, you have this the verb, and you have to report in this tense. Which tense is this?
Had both is past perfect.
Exactly. Yes. So if you have the simple past, you report in past perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Or maybe, yeah, in this other case, also you can use the simple past form, like in this case says, right? Or she said she bought a car. Yeah, no problem with both of these, but the most useful is to use past perfect form. Okay. We're gonna
Okay.
see more. We have the past continuous, right? In this case, we have this example, was walking. And you report, like in this case, which grammar is this?
Had. This would be past perfect continuous.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna read this example. I was walking along the street, and you report. She said she had been walking along the street, right? Or maybe like in this case, present perfect. Read please the example.
I haven't seen Julie. She said she hadn't seen Julie.
Okay, so how it works? In this case, you have the grammar of
In present perfect.
exactly, and you report in
I hadn't seen it would be past perfect.
exactly in past perfect. Okay, so you notice this. You have to work on the tenses that you are using. Okay, but in this case, we have, for example, with the grammar of past perfect. In this case, you can notice I had taken English lessons before. She said she had taken English lessons before. So if you notice, both of the sentences, both of the statements are in perfect,
Yeah.
right? So no problem with this grammar if you want to notice about it, okay? Yeah, this is referred to tenses. But if you, for example, are gonna focus like in this part, from this part, will, could, can, could, shall, should, might, and must. In this case, you can see with will, for example, I'll see you later. She said she would see me later. Okay, when you have the direct speech with will, you're gonna refer in the reported speech with would.
Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna change, right? And also, the object pronoun is gonna be again other. Okay, it's gonna be referred about the first sentence that you're saying. I'll see you later. She said that she would see me later. In this case, we're changing from you to me, right? Okay, we have this other with would. I would help, but she said she would help, but okay, in the case of would, there is no change in the modals in both parts. Now with can, read please example.
I can speak perfect. She said she could speak perfect English.
Okay, so which tenses or which modals change? You have in this part can, in
Instead
this
of
other
saying
part?
can, it's could.
Exactly. So you have to report with could.
Yep.
Okay, if you have could, you're not gonna change. It's like you're gonna start in this part with could, and in this second part, you're gonna continue with could too.
Okay.
Okay, in this other case, that is with shall is similar to will in the difference that can it have, it's like you're gonna use more with these subjects that are we and I. Okay, so with those cases, you use shall. Like in this example, I shall come later. She said she would come later. If you notice, it's like the same with will. Will, would, this case, shall and would, right?
Yeah.
In this other part, you have with should, that there's not gonna change. I should call my mother. She said she should call her mother. In this case, you notice the possessive adjectives changed, right? Instead of mine, you're gonna change her, right? This other case, might. I know. I might be late. She said she might be late. So there's no change in that part. With must, the last part, okay? Read please example.
I must study at the week. Yeah. Wait. Must study at the weekend. She said she must study at the weekend, or she said she had to study at the weekend.
Okay, so when you're using with must, you can use also with must or maybe with had to if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you notice, this little this symbol, it's the reference to say that they're not gonna change, right? Like might, should, could, would, past perfect. So this indicates that the tense in reported speech is not gonna change.
Okay.
Let's read more. Occasionally, we don't need to change the present tense into the past if the information in the direct speech is still true. But this is only for things which are general facts. And even then, usually we like to change the tenses. In this case, we can say the direct speech, the sky is blue. Okay, it's like in these cases, right? General facts, or maybe something that is true. Okay, yeah, we know that this is true, general. We report in the same tense. She said that the sky is blue. Okay, if something is general or true, you can do that. You cannot change the tense. But if you want to change, yes, of course, there's no problem with that, like in this case with was.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay. Until this part, you notice that you have to change the tenses, right? So, exist some questions until this part?
Not really.
Okay. Okay, Nathaniel. So, we're going to continue with this other part that it's about reporting questions. Okay. Um, so no, you have no problem with making reported speech from positive and negative sentences, but how about questions? The direct speech you have in this part. Where do you live? A normal sentence. Okay, we can continue. Um, how can we make the reported speech here? In fact, it's not so different from reported statements. The tense changes are the same. And we keep the question word. The very important thing, though, is that once we tell the question to someone else, it isn't a question anymore. So we need to change the grammar to a normal positive sentence, like in this case. She asked, okay, when you're reporting question, you're not gonna use say or tell. You're gonna use this word, asked, okay? And after this, you're gonna write some object pronoun, me, you, them, us, okay? And you transform like a normal sentence. It's not gonna be a question like it says,
Yeah.
right? In the direct speech was like, where do you live? Okay, this is in present tense, if you notice, right? But you have to report in past tense, but like a normal sentence, not like a question. Okay,
Okay.
let's see more. Do you see how it made it? The direct question is in the present tense. We make a present simple question with do or does, so I need to take that away. Then I need to change the verb to the past simple. Another example. Replace the example.
Okay. Where is Julie? She asks me where Julie was.
Okay, that's great. The direct question is in present of be, right? In this case is. We make the question from the present simple of be by inverting, changing the position of the subject and verb. So we need to change them back before putting the verb into the past simple. Here are some more examples. Okay, read please examples.
Okay. Where's the post office, please? She asks me where the post office was. What are you doing? She asked me what I was doing. Who was that fantastic man? She asked me who that fantastic man had been.
Okay, that's great. Uh,
Like
so yeah.
in the last one, instead of saying had been, you could say was, or it would be wrong. Like she asked me who that man was.
Oh yeah, grammatically, that's gonna be wrong.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because it's like you have to get back one tense.
Yeah.
If it is in simple past, yes, you have to. It's like you have to follow the structure, the rules.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, it has to go with past perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So much for WH questions. But what if you need to report a yes no question? We don't have any question words to help us. Instead, we use if. Okay, we're gonna use if. Read examples, please.
Okay. Do you like chocolate? She asks me if I like chocolate.
Oh, yep. As you notice in these yes no questions with do or does or maybe did, you're gonna use if instead of WH, right? Yeah, it's like you're getting back one tense. If this is in present, you're gonna transform in past in the reported speech. No problem, here are some examples. Okay, we're gonna read more examples. Read, please.
Okay. Do you love me? He asked me if I loved him. Have you ever been to Mexico? She asked me if I had ever been to Mexico. Are you living here? She asked me if I was living here.
Okay, very good. Now let's see more. Okay, yeah, before passing to this other part, do you have some question about it with reporting questions with WH and just the questions?
Mm,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Uh, mm, yes, in this part we have reported request. There's more. What if someone asks you to do something in a polite way? For example, the direct speech you have in this. Close the window, please. Or you can say, could you close the window, please? Would you mind closing the windows, please? All of these requests mean the same thing, so we don't need to report every word. When we tell another person about it, we simply use ask me plus to plus infinitive. For example, she asked me to close the window. Okay. Yep. This is when you're reporting requests, okay?
Okay.
Let's read more. Read please the examples.
Okay. Please help me. She asked me to help her. Please don't smoke. She asked me not to smoke. Could you bring my book tonight? She asked me not to bring her book that night. Could you pass me the milk, please? She asked me to pass the milk. Would you mind coming early tomorrow? She asked me to come early the next day.
Okay. Yes. So if you notice, this is really, really easy, right? It's like you have this structure, ask plus object pronoun or whatever object pronoun, to and the verb in the base form in this part, right? But what about to report a negative request? Use not. Please don't be late. She asked us not to be late. Yeah, this is the negative form that we can use with not. Okay. We have more here. Reported orders. And finally, how about if someone doesn't ask so politely? We can call this an order in English. When someone tells you very directly to do something, for example, the direct speech, sit down. In fact, we make this into reported speech in the same way as a request. We just use tell, indicate, no, instead of ask, okay? In the reported speech, you can say, she told me to sit down, right? So in this case, if this is like an imperative, you use only told, okay? The structure of told. And after the object pronoun. Now, let's read the examples, please.
Okay. Go to bed. He told the child to go to bed. Don't worry. He told her not to worry. Be on time. He told me to be on time. Don't smoke. He told us not to smoke.
Yeah, okay. So do you have questions until this part about imperatives?
Yeah. No, I don't have any.
Okay, let's continue. In this last part, we can see time expressions with reported speech. Sometimes we need to change the direct speech into reported speech. We have to change time expressions too. We don't always have to do this. However, it depends on when we hear the direct speech and when we say the reported speech. For example, it is Monday. Julie says, I'm leaving today. And you have these options to change, right? Read please examples, Natalia.
Okay. If I tell someone on Monday, I say, Julie said she was leaving today. If I tell someone on Tuesday, I say, Julie said she was leaving yesterday. If I tell someone on Wednesday, I say, Julie said she was leaving on Monday. If I tell someone a month later, I say, Julie said she was leaving that day.
Exactly, very good. So there's no easy conversation. You really have to think about when the direct speech was set. Yes, it happens like you have to think about the time expression that is used, right? Okay, yes. In this last page, you can see here's a table of some possible conversions, sorry, okay? If you want to use the word now, you can say then at that time, or if you want to say today, yesterday, that day, Thursday, 27th of June. If you wanna refer to yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before, Wednesday, the 50th of December. If you wanna say last night, the night before, the Thursday night, last week, the week before, the previous week, tomorrow. You can say today, next day, the following day, Friday. Okay, so with this, you can help if you have some problems. Okay. Yeah, and with this, yeah, this is all the information about reported speech. So, do you have questions?
Wow, I'm fine.
Okay, now we're gonna make the practice. But before that, I'm gonna share again the screen in order to see the book.
Okay.
Okay, one moment, please. Okay, Nathaniel. So, as you can see, all the information in the book is the same. Okay, as we were taking when you're using reporting verbs with say and tell. Um, what else in this part? Yeah, it's like these structures, right? You have to get back one tense again, like we were reading. Mhm. Yeah, so everything about this, it was in the document that we were reading. Okay, so now let's practice. So it's time you're gonna share your screen with me and open your exercises, please.
Okay.
Eh, okay. Before that, Nathaniel, in number 3, you can see, okay, yesterday. Also, you could use the other phrases, right? Like the day before, last day, or something like that. Okay, other options. And what was the problem? Number 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
we hadn't made. Like if they say haven't made, it's already haven't made present perfect, right?
Yeah, that's present perfect. So you have to transform in past perfect, right?
Yeah,
But
that
that was
yeah.
correct. Only you forgot this part, the object pronoun, because you have in the present perfect we haven't made our final decision yet. But you
Oh,
in reported you forgot that part.
there. Ah, okay. Like this, right?
Yes, no, it's correct.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Okay, Nathan. So, exist some questions about it, or in general?
Like there was one on the other practice that like in the report is the direct speech, it said talk in present and I like chose the option that wasn't past, like talked, and it was incorrect. I don't know if you saw that.
Wait, um,
Let me check it.
okay, yeah, let's see that.
Yeah, like this. It's talk, talk.
Okay, yeah. For example, in that case, it's like, do you remember when you have the direct speech that can be something that it's in general or maybe something that it's true in the present, only about the present tense, right? And in the direct speech, you can say in the same tense because that's something that it's really, really true, or maybe it's something that it's in general. That happens because you are not changing the tense, like in this case, right? You talk too much, Jackie. It's like in present tense, it's something that it's really true. And the report says, Dean says that I talk too much, right? It's like something that it's really true. That can happen in some cases.
Okay.
Okay, yes, but you remember it's when something is really true or something about it. It's general. Only those cases. Yes. So, no more questions, Nathaniel.
No, I'm fine. I think.
Okay. So, at the end of the class, I'm gonna assign to you the last quiz from this unit, okay?
Good. Okay.
Yes, so yes, at the end of the class. But on Monday, we have to, yeah, I need you to finish the practices. What about that? Were you completing them or no yet?
Not yet. I'm sorry. I had like I I've been kind of busy these days, like with other work. So I'm really sorry. I couldn't do them.
Okay, yeah, I understand. But if you have time sometime this weekend, you can be completing some of them in order not to have a lot of practices together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Also on Monday, as today we finished this model that it's about all these grammars from unit 1 to unit 4, we're gonna take the test, okay? The test from this all units. And also I need you to make a kind of presentation because I need you to listen something, whatever speech that you want, but Don't forget to use the grammar that we were looking in these units. Okay, so
Okay.
you can prepare whatever topic and on Monday you're gonna tell me about it. And also you're gonna complete the test from this model. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Nathaniel. So no more recommendations, your practices, and that's it. Everything is good. Yeah, today we're gonna finish with this, okay?
Sure. It's over.
Yes. Okay, so the last part.
Okay. It's done.
Okay, give me a second, please. Okay, Nathaniel, so that's all for today. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.